Hey guys, welcome back to the Entertainment Lab. I'm back with Season 1 recap of The Umbrella Academy. So without wasting time,
Shall we begin?
Do you have my sister? If not, would you like a margarita?
series starts in 1989, Russia. 43 women simultaneously gave birth. Billionaire Sir Reginald Hargreaves adopted 7 of them, who raises them as a superhero team. Years later, the news came that he died and the 7 reunites for his funeral. Luther suspects that someone killed Hargreaves instead of a heart attack because the monocle that he always wore is missing. Number 5, who had disappeared 16 years before, appears from a temporal anomaly. He claims to have returned from the future and into his teenage body, and that he is actually 58 years old. Later, 5 is attacked by several armed men. After killing the men, he removes a tracker embedded in his arm. Elsewhere, it is revealed that Diego has the monocle, and that Klaus can talk to Ben's ghost. And number 5 tells Vanya, who has basically no superpowers, that world is going to end in 8 days.
The world ends in 8 days.
Agent Chacha and Hazel arrives at a motel and begins to track their target. Number 5 tries to find out the origin of the prosthetic eye that he found in the future. He learns that the eye has yet to be manufactured in the present. 5 visits a departmental store to see Dolores, a store mannequin who was his companion for 30 years, and is attacked by Chacha and Hazel. As Allison watches old surveillance videos of her childhood to cheer herself up, she finds a disturbing tape of her father. In the videotape, Grace, the siblings and Royd's mother, serving poison tea to their father. The two ask their mother about the incident and she denies. Elsewhere, Vanya struggles with her violin skills and she and Leonard, her new student, get to know each other better. Number 5 starts an observation of the manufacture of the prosthetic eye. As Luther and Allison gather the rest of the siblings to watch the footage, Diego reveals he took the monocle from Grace after the funeral and threw it away. The siblings disagree on whether to turn off Grace or not. Chacha and Hazel break into Hargreaves' house and attack all of them and kidnap Klaus, and Diego finally turns off Grace. 7 years ago, Hargreaves sends Luther on a mission and got fatally wounded. To save his life, Hargreaves injected Luther with a serum that transformed his body into that of an ape. Elsewhere, Leonard and Vanya bond together. Meanwhile, Chacha and Hazel torture Klaus to get the information about 5.
Oh, I needed that.
Now aware of the 5's investigation, they go to the lab and burn it. Patch goes to the motel to search for the 2 hitmen and frees Klaus, but gets killed by Chacha, as Klaus escapes through the vents with a briefcase. As he opens the briefcase, he time travels. In a flashback, number 5's life in the apocalyptic future is shown. He is eventually approached by Handler, representing an organization called the Commission. She offers him a job. He works sometime for them by killing people throughout the history, until he finds a way to return to the present day. Allison suspects that Leonard is hiding something and makes inquiries. But Vanya dismisses her concern and becomes very angry. Vanya pills are finished, which she took daily since childhood. When she auditioned for the first chair in her orchestra, she gets it. But at the same time, a mysterious power within her appears. Elsewhere, Klaus returns to the present timeline and destroys the briefcase. Luther and number 5 tricks the hitman into setting up a meeting with the handler in exchange of a different briefcase. She offers number 5 a new job, which he accepts under the condition that his family survives. Pogo reactivates Grace and asks her to keep the secret from kids.
Do you understand that the children can never know?
The handler takes 5 to the commission's headquarters. Luther informs the academy about the apocalypse. Angry at being excluded and with her new powers emerging, Vanya unknowingly causes a rainstorm and bends several street lamps. 5 intercepts order to protect a man named Harold Jenkins. He alters the order, telling Chacha to kill Hazel and vice versa. 5 steals a time-traveling briefcase and flees the commission. He arrives at the beginning of the episode after altering the timeline and rallies his siblings to stop the apocalypse. Now we get to know about Harold Jenkins. He is born in a normal pregnancy, although his mother died in labor. Harold idealizes the Umbrella Academy and believes he is like them. Reginald rejects Harold.
So get off my property.
5 reveals that they must relocate Harold and stop him from causing the apocalypse. Allison recognizes Harold as Leonard from police files. Elsewhere, Luther becomes depressed upon learning the truth behind his mission to the moon. He goes to the rave where he gets intoxicated. Klaus follows him and is knocked out unconscious in the fight. He sees Reginald, who tells him that he killed himself to bring back all of them. Meanwhile, Hazel receives order to kill Cha-Cha but instant incapacitates her. Leonard and Vanya are harassed by a trio of thugs. They beat up Leonard, causing Vanya's power to burst, killing 2 of them. Leonard recovers in the hospital, having lost his right eye in the event, while Allison goes looking for Vanya. Leonard and Vanya continues to train her abilities in the woods. As Reginald feared her power were too great, he isolated her from the others and began medicating her to stabilize her mood. Allison finally finds Vanya at the cabin and confesses that Reginald asked her to use her powers to convince Vanya that she was ordinary.
You think you're just ordinary.
Vanya lashes out in anger, slicing Allison's throat with her powers. Leonard arrives and takes Vanya away as Allison bleeds out. Leonard takes Vanya back to his home, where she is riddled by guilt. Allison survives and is rescued by her brothers. However, she is unable to speak. At Leonard's, Vanya discovers Reginald's diary. Realizing Leonard's manipulation, she kills him in the fit of rage. His body is discovered by her siblings and 5 matches the glass eyes to Leonard. Vanya returns to his house and Luther incapacitates her before locking her in an isolation chamber. The others protest but Luther refuses. Heartbroken and furious, Vanya gives into her dark powers and breaks out. The sibling escapes as Vanya destroys the mansion. Ben is able to physically interact, saving Diego from falling debris. Vanya confronts Rogo, who admits to his knowledge of her powers, and she kills him. Hazel and Cha-Cha are ordered to protect Vanya. However, Hazel betrays Cha-Cha and incapacitates her before returning to the motel, killing the handler and rescuing Agnes. As the concert begins, the sibling fails to stop Vanya and the commissioned soldiers enter the theater. Ben manifests physically through Klaus and uses his powers to defeat the gunmen. Allison incapacitates Vanya as her accumulated energy is redirected out into the space and destroy the moon. Fragments begin to rain down upon the world, causing the apocalypse. Having failed in their mission, 5 suggests that they use his abilities to all travel back in time to stop the apocalypse as a team. As the world is consumed, the Umbrella Academy teleported back in time, reverting to teenagers. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, hit the like button, and for more such content like this, subscribe to our channel.